Hey, it's been a while. If you couldn't tell from my username, I love manga. I've been a fan for ages and think it's time to start a proper collection. Here's a few interesting ones I already own. Unicorns aren't horny. It's, interesting. Okay, not manga, but Princess Tutu is my absolute favorite anime. I grabbed this Japanese manga, Azuki-chan, for $1 at Sakura Matsuri. So adorable. Murikondo but manga. Jesus, but manga.
Hello TikTok, it's me, Shoujo Joy, and I haven't made a TikTok since like November, but I'm coming on here today to give you guys a manga and graphic novel collection tour. I'm thinking of switching my content from Friar and My Little Pony to more manga and graphic novel and artwork related because I think this is more of my true passion. As much as I love my model horses and all that, there's just not much else content I can make out of that, and it's expensive, so I'll probably make another TikTok explaining my decision later. I don't have time now. Let's get started. Okay, also this is not everything that I own. Some things I have in a magazine rack, which we'll get to later. So I never know how to arrange this. I'm constantly rearranging it. Right now I have it so I have my seinen and shonen on the first top shelf, and I have my shoujo josei on the second shelf, and then just miscellaneous and graphic novels on the bottom shelf. Okay, so I guess we're just going to start it over here. So first of all, I have the complete collection of Sweat and Soap. I love this manga. It's a seinen, romance, a little spicy, so more of an adult romance, but oh my gosh, it's so good. I know everyone who talks about it just praises it because it deserves it, honestly. And I think I left off with reading volume 8, so I just need to read volumes 9 to 11. And spoiler, I think they get married at the end. I don't know, I just have this feeling. From there, I just have the first volume of Mason Ikoku up top. This is a, as you can see, it's a used book. I got this from a used bookstore. It's just volume 1. I like the read, and maybe if I come across, I think I have on thrift books, they're selling, I think the second volume for pretty cheap, so I might pick that up, maybe, I don't know. Then we got another seinen series that I've been really liking, and they just recently announced that it's getting an anime. I saw the trailer and I am so hyped for it. The music is amazing. I am standing on my tippy toes, by the way. But it is the Apothecary Diaries, volumes 1 to 3. I hope to continue collecting these and having all the volumes someday. I think I left off reading it on volume 6. Next, I have Mermaid Saga, volumes 1 and 2, which is the complete series, written by Rumiko Takahashi, who is the mangaka for Mason Ikoku and Inuyasha and lots of other very well-known series. It was really cool. I just came across this at a used bookstore, local one, and they're basically in new condition, and they were both half off, so that was pretty awesome. Very interesting series. I love these covers. They're really, really pretty. I've only started reading the first one. I'm about like halfway through-ish, and it is a lot darker than I was expecting, let's just say. Yeah, it's crazy. From there, we have, of course, Inuyasha, the other Rumiko Takahashi manga. I watched, I think, seasons 1 and 2 of Inuyasha, and I loved it. It was all that was on Netflix at the time. But now they have, I think, like, the complete series on YouTube, so that is on my to-watch list. Definitely this year I'm going to try getting all caught up with Inuyasha. Probably won't collect all of the Inuyasha manga, but it's pretty cool to have the first omnibus, which is volumes 1 to 3. Okay. And then speaking of omnibuses, I have the first 3 omnibuses of Noragami, so that's volumes 1 through 9. And again, anime that I really loved, and I am reading the manga, loving it. I think I'm on volume 9, actually, so I need to get the next omnibus when that comes out, but I think it's on pre-order right now. Really great series. On top of that, I have Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, which, surprisingly, I've never watched the anime. I mean, I think I've seen maybe like the first 2 episodes, but I never fully watched the anime. But I did, like, a summer or 2 ago, get completely caught up with the manga. But as you can see here, I only have volumes 1 through 6. And I got these off of, I think it was Mercari or eBay or something from somebody, so yeah, pretty cool. Oh, I guess I left off rereading the manga on this one. Volume 5. Then I have another one of my all-time favorite shonen series, which is Spy Family. Love the anime, love the manga. Not to be like, OG or anything, but I did read the manga before the anime was even announced, so it's just been kind of cool to, like, be keeping up with the manga as the anime is coming out, although I am actually kind of behind. I believe I've read up to at least volume 8. I know I left off with the Yor Cruise arc. I need to get caught up. Next we have these. I think I got all of these volumes from Five Below. I also had the first volume of 7 Deadly Sins, but I didn't really like it, so I gave it to a friend. But anyways, so we have the Five Below editions of the first 2 volumes of Fairy Tail, and then the first 3 volumes of Attack on Titan. And I read the first volume of Attack on Titan. I thought it was pretty cool, so I'm pretty excited to read the next ones. As for Fairy Tail, it was alright. I've actually watched the anime, not all of it, but pretty far into the anime, and I dropped it after a while because, it gets kind of long. But, yeah. And that was a very long time ago. And then we have this, Yokaiden from Five Below. It's, I believe, an American manga. So I never know if I should keep it with my manga or keep it with my graphic novels. I don't know. Okay, now onto the second shelf. This is my Shoujo and Josei. We'll start here. Got this from a used bookstore. I don't know what it is. I just really love, like, cheesy shoujo romance, and this is just quite, like, up my alley. Not because the story is great, but I don't know. It just makes me happy. Look, it's printed in pink too. It's pretty interesting. Oh, I put that in backwards, whatever. Next we have Marmalade Boy, collector's edition. So I think this is new. I mean, I'm assuming this is brand new. I just saw this at Barnes & Noble, and I picked it up as soon as I saw it. I was not expecting to see this. Yeah, I've read the full series of Marmalade Boy online, and I really liked it because of that classic 90s shoujo romance, drama, comedy. It's perfect. And then from there we go to one of my absolute, like, all-time favorite shoujos, which is Usatoki Rhetoric. I never thought, first of all, look how pretty these covers are. And also, oh my gosh, no. There, she can be upside down. EY is my husbando. But anyways, I never thought that these would ever get physical English releases, because I read these online like a few years ago, and not many people, I don't think not many people had heard of this series, and I told some people about it. They read it, they liked it. So it's so cool seeing this, considering that a lot of shoujo have not been getting physical releases, and I thought that if it was ever even going to get an English release, it'd probably be just like online or something. But yeah, it's so cool to see this. So volume 3 is on pre-order right now, and I'm gonna get it as soon as it gets out. Next up, I have 3 volumes, volumes 3, 4, and 5 of Venus in Love. I picked these up at a used bookstore, and I think I read volume 3. I don't know if I finished it. Sometimes it's fun to just pick up a random series and just start it off in the middle of the series. And I looked it up later, and apparently the series doesn't have like great reviews, but I really liked volume 3. Let me just, I gotta show you this. Look at this. Just look at this. We got Furbies here, and then we got a Kermit the Frog there. I mean, like, what is there not to love about this? Also, if I was understanding what was going on, I'm pretty certain that the male lead is bi, and like the female lead and the male lead have like a crush on the same guy. I don't know. I don't know if I was reading that correctly, but if that is the case, pretty cool. So yeah, I would love to someday pick up volumes 1 and 2. I don't care what other people say. I'm loving it. Now, Love of Kill was a book series I kept seeing at the bookstore and being like, that looks really cool. I'd love to like maybe give it a read. I wasn't certain about it. I thought it would be like a seinen or a shonen or something, and then I looked it up online, and it turns out it's actually a shoujo. And now that I've read the first volume, I can see why. But yeah, I decided to pick it up when I saw that, yeah, Barnes & Noble, is it this one? Did I peel off the sticker? I think I peeled off the sticker, but anyways, volumes 3 and 4 were 50% off at Barnes & Noble, so I picked that up. And then, oh my gosh, I need to stop taking these out and then not being able to put it back in. Oh, it was volumes 4 and 5 that were 50% off. And then I got volume 3 from a local comic book shop that was having a 20% off discount, so proud of myself, okay? I'm saving money. And then these I got off of eBay for pretty cheap, because you can sell their ex-library books. But yeah, pretty cool. Now, I will admit, I think I may have, like, overhyped this series for me. That I was a little bit disappointed from the first volume, but I still liked it, and I'm probably gonna read the rest of it. And I hope that gets, like, way better. Yeah, I was just expecting it to have, like, a little bit more, like, drama in it, I guess. Where it felt a little bit more like a rom-com than what I was expecting. Like, I mean, look at that cover. Does that scream rom-com to you? I don't know. Yeah, so anyways, we'll move on. Next we have Something's Wrong With Us, volumes 1, 2, 3, and 5. I need to pick up volume 4 somewhere. Again, I think I picked up volumes 2 and 3 for 50% off from Barnes & Noble, so that was a pretty good discount. Oh, and I got this one for basically half off as well. And then I picked this up from Thrift Books, and it actually just arrived today. And I read the first volume, and I flew through it. It was really good. Like, I legit want to read volume 2 so bad, but I'm wondering if I should hold off till I get some more volumes so I can, like, binge read it, but I don't know. I'm probably just gonna read volume 2. It was really, really good. I was just gonna, like, flip through it, and I ended up just reading the whole thing. The only thing I don't like is that it has this mark on the cover that really bothers me. I'm usually not very picky, though, about having used books. If you haven't noticed, I'm not too picky about that, but the little mark on the cover does bother me a lot. Okay, from there we have Perfect World volumes 1, 2, and 9 randomly. Yeah, it's just because they were on sale. They were on sale from Barnes & Noble, and people were talking, like, people have been saying, like, really good things about this series. And I am very excited to read it. For one, I'm just really happy to see more disability representation in manga. It's really great, so yeah, I'd love to read it and hopefully pick up some volumes so I don't have this huge gap in there. I don't like having gaps in my series. I'm okay with having an incomplete series, but having a gap in it, oh, that bothers me. It bothers me so much. From there, I have Lovesick Ellie. I'll be honest, I'm not really certain why I bought this. I've heard really good things about this series. I haven't read it yet. It was just, volume 3 was also the 50% off from Barnes & Noble, and I'm like, well, there might be the potential I might end up picking up this series, so I might as well pick up volume 3 while it's on sale. But yeah, I don't know. I need to be more careful, not just pick up something because it's on sale. So yeah, I have zero opinion right now on this series because I haven't read it. Then I got the Sailor Moon, volumes 1, 2, and 3 from the... I always have to, like, look at her name to say this. Naoko Takeuchi collection. And I am on volume 3 right now. This is my first time reading through Sailor Moon, so I'm hoping to just collect this edition as it comes out. I think volume 4 is on pre-order right now. So yeah, it's actually pretty good. I was surprised I quite like it. Next up, I got the first volume of Tsubasa. Again, this actually just came in today. It came out the same package as the Something's Wrong With Us volume 1. I got this from Thrift Books, so it's just in, like, pretty used condition, very, very yellowed pages. But I got it for free with, like, the reward from Thrift Books, where you can get, like, $5 books for free, so I might pick this up slowly with, getting, like, those free rewards and stuff, because I just recently finished watching Cardcaptor Sakura, and I got to watch the movie next, and then I'll watch Clear Card, and then maybe I'll start reading Tsubasa. Oh, and I'm not actually certain if this is a shoujo or if it's like shonen. I have no clue, so I put it here. Next up, I have Kitchen Princess Volume 1. I got this from a used bookstore. Very cute series. I don't know if I'm going to pick up the rest. I think I would have liked it a lot when I was in middle school, but unfortunately, I am a sad 22-year-old. And I just, you know, don't quite connect with the story as I would have when I was in middle school, and it makes me very sad, because I probably would have loved this. Alright, so speaking of more series I probably would have liked when I was younger, we have Vidya and the Fairy Crown. I was having a really hard time saying that earlier. Anyways, I just thought this was really cool. I saw this at a used bookstore. Did not know that Tinkerbell had a manga series, and turns out that Tokyo Pop publishes a lot of, like, Disney manga, which is interesting, I guess. Then I have this series called Mugen Spiral, also got from a used bookstore. A lot of these are from a used bookstore. And pretty interesting thing about this series is that it's actually from the same author mangaka as Yuna of the Dawn, which is a very popular series. This is complete at 2 volumes, so I might pick up volume 2 someday. Don't know. Unfortunately, it never completed. I actually did find it pretty interesting, though. Then I got Confidential Confessions. I have not yet read this, but I do find it really interesting, seeing a shoujo manga with such, like, deep topics. So I'm pretty interested to read it. I'm a little wary about how it's going to actually deal with these topics, but we'll see how well it aged. Next we have Dazzle. I had never heard of this series before I picked this up from used bookstore, but apparently it's more popular than I realized, because after I picked this up, I've been seeing it, like, everywhere. Turns out it has an anime, and I've been seeing, I guess, reprints of it lately at the store popping up. I'm not a big fan of the art style, but I just assumed that, like, maybe the artist's a little more new to it or something. I don't know. And I thought the story was, like, way too fast-paced. I could not keep up with what was going on, like, at all. So, don't know if I'm going to pick up any more of that. But let me know if you've read it, if it gets better. I'm just unsure of it right now.